We're talking to a formidable actress and businesswoman. Salamina Mosese is one of the creators of the film Baby Mamas. The film premiered at local cinemas yesterday. It follows the lives of 4 professional women during different stages of their own real-life baby mama dramas. Before we get into conversation with Salamina, let's take a look at the trailer.
They say life is short. You must live every day as if it's going to be your last.
Pop me up! Let's drink!
That's exactly how I used to live. Until
Why must I bring you from the zoo, Mommy?
I became a baby mama.
Hey ladies, we slay all day. Hey baby, don't come here with your cheap flattery. Why are you so angry? You know what you need to do? This part of your body, you need to use it to get laid. Get laid.
Who says I am not getting laid? Boutique hotel somewhere.
What's this, Fanta?
A pregnancy test screening and it's positive.
I'm still young and there's things I want to do. There's these new sneakers coming out.
I just expected more from someone who was raised by a single mother.
I still love you. And I know that you like me. But I want you to love me again.
Girl, I was with Caesar.
Same Caesar who kicked you out of the house in the middle of the night. He's better.
Ntutuko,
Would you rather your child goes to bed hungry than Tutuko?
Of course not, Sandy, but that's not... I don't earn enough money.
I'll see you in court.
Court. Sandy!
Keenan. He hung up.
Caesar, baby, your phone's ringing.
You have no business going through my phone. Get the hell out of my house right now.
I truly believe that there's good men out there.
They are, and they're all after Tony.
Michael,
Maybe we can grab a bite together.
When are you guys kissing?
who says we haven't already?
You are such an embarrassment.
Is that how you got pregnant with Tsepo? With a peck on the cheek?
I'm going to keep the baby.
Maybe we can have a weekend away.
Road trip. Road trip. You know you want
Road trip.
No matter what they say, girl, I promise I'll love you forever, every night and day. Girl, you color my world like a rain.
To the amazing woman in my life, may we find true love. May we appreciate it once we have it. And may we never, ever, ever settle for less.
I love you. Please don't deprive yourself of a sex life because of that baby that's growing in your belly. Please do it.
Thank you,
Don't make another one.
So your Saturday is already sorted in terms of entertainment. You can catch Baby Mamas at your local cinema. I'm joined in studio by one of the directors and producers, as well as actress Salamina Mosese. Happy Saturday. You look amazing.
Happy Saturday to
Congratulations. A huge congratulations to you guys. Baby Mamas is finally out. How are you feeling?
Oh, guys, the support has been incredible. Yesterday, while we were, we had a car sighting at Rosebank, and then we got word that we sold out at Mall of Africa. Then we sold out at Canal Walk in Cape Town. We sold out in PE, and I was like, Wakanda!
Congratulations, that's amazing. I mean, sitting through it and watching this film, like, one gets a sense, there's just so much pressure put on women. What birthed this film? What was this in response to?
Every time you hear the word baby mama, it's attached to a complaint or there's just such a negative connotation to the word. And we were like, but essentially a baby mama is a single woman. And we know some amazing single women, right?
Yeah.
Steph likes to say, and I love it, the minute she said it, it was like an aha moment for both of us. She said, you either know a baby mama, you are a baby mama, or you were raised by a baby mama. And that's the story we wanted to tell. The reason that there's 4 leads is because it is such a broad topic. We could talk about it for the whole month, and every single story, there's just a different experience that women are having. So we just wanted to highlight the challenges, the ups, the downs, the friendships, the support systems, the searching for love, heartbreak, co-parenting, such an important topic.
And you've done it with such dignity, because you walk in there and you think, baby mamas, I'm going to see drama. Look, there is drama, but it's told in such a beautiful way with such dignity to people's babies' mothers. Let's talk about what we just saw in the trailer. The young gentleman saying that, this was not part of the plan for me. And you're just like, how ridiculous is that? You'd expect better from someone who was raised by a single mother?
Oh, that line hits home, right?
Yeah.
I think this is a reality for so many women across the country. But it also needs to be said, I think, you know, the reason that there's so much drama around this topic is because essentially there's two people here whose hopes have been dashed. And then sometimes, like in Keenan's case, that's Donovan Peterson, he wasn't ready to be a father. He didn't realize what he had gotten himself into. And, you know, it took Chantal's journey. And luckily, she has a strong sisterhood around her. But it took that journey and him then having a conversation with his mom, who herself was a single mom, to understand, I need to take responsibility here. I need to step up.
Yeah. Let's talk about your journey. We'll come back into the film in a little bit. One can't imagine that this was easy.
Iring multitasking mongwaning. You know, producing and acting, oh wow, guys, I can't even start. But I think, you know, Steph and myself managed to put such a strong team together that when set started happening, the actual production, we had a well-oiled machine. Of course it was difficult. I think anytime two young women have such a big dream, want to put out such a big project, you know, it doesn't come without its challenges. But it needs to be said that, you know, if you have a really great pre-production, it does make the production process easier. So for me, as a producer who was producing my first big cinema film, wow, it's been daunting. It's completely overwhelming. And I think that's why yesterday I cannot put into words the spectrum of emotions that Steph and I were going through as young producers.
Not just young producers, but young female producers as well, and that presents its own challenge.
Of course, you know, even staffing, working with men who are not used to having a younger woman as the boss.
Giving instruction.
It was, you know, touch and go some days. But I think Steph she's got such an incredible mind. When she wrote the script, she had such a definite idea of how we would execute it. And really, my job as the producer is to rally around her and make sure that what she wrote is actualized on screen when she's on set directing.
A beautiful collaboration which has actually shown on screen. Let's talk about the cast. You have some amazing actresses in there, actors and actresses. Jet Novuka, we saw Pamela Nomvete. It was so amazing to see her back again.
Yes, and playing a soft character, right? Ugogo. Whoever thought?
Right.
I think the casting process was the most exciting for us. We had an idea of who we hoped would agree to be in our little project when we started. And we had no idea that fast forward 2 years later, you know, we'd be on big screens nationwide and in Zimbabwe, Namibia, and Botswana. The cast, we auditioned, we held normal auditions. People showed up. And every single day they left their souls on the floor. And I'm glad you also enjoyed the cast's performances.
It's absolutely amazing, and it's beautifully shot as well. Let's talk about the film industry in South Africa and your journey and what that has been like for you ladies.
It's been tough. Last, I think, year 2016, we shot our first film, Love and Kwaito. We self-funded that as a company, Sorel Media, which is Steph and myself, Stefina Zwane. And that taught us a lot. You know, with that film, it was a, you know, blood, sweat and tears kind of project. But we made it into film festivals. So we were like, okay, there's something here.
Right.
So second time around, when Baby Mamas came, when Steph showed me the script, I said to her, girl, you can't rush this one. We need to raise the funding. So we funded it through the Emerging Black Filmmakers Fund, which is a fund that is supported by IDC, DTI, and NFVF. It is part rebate, and then the other portion you have to pay back, which is great, because then what it forced us to do is take this project seriously, because now you owe people money. And, you know, there's a lot of stress that that comes with. But it also gave us the opportunity to then work with the best, ask the right questions, meet the right people. And it really opened doors even in terms of the kind of people that we attracted to the project. But it's been a 3-year process.
Yeah. And you always have to open yourself up to like learning and gaining new things every single day. Let's talk about some of the themes that are actually ventilated in the film Baby Mamas.
Yes.
One theme that came up predominantly also is the importance of friendship and sisterhood. Why was that so important that you actually put that out there?
Steph and I are so big on black girl magic, black excellence, all of it. And there's this perception that black women, or women in general, don't work well together. I think it's time that we consciously change that perception. And, that means that even in the decisions that we make behind the scenes, we need to show that we're actually bringing women into the industry. It has to be deliberate. So for us, we managed to get, firstly, lead cast that were super excited. So every day we would pray, so what you see on screen was actually happening behind the scenes as well. And it taught us something as well, we have to take chances on each other. We have to stand in the gap for each other. Pick up people's calls and volunteer to help each other. I think that's the only way we're going to manage to get more women into the industry, and that way we'll be able to vary the kind of stories that are being told.
This is not just a chick flick.
No.
We want to get men into cinema so that some people can just see themselves there and perhaps self-correct. Let's talk about that element as well.
When we made the film, obviously we're young girls, we watch chick flicks, we love them. We wanted to create that feeling that you get when you're sitting with your girls and you're talking. Then we took the film to Toronto, and that was the first place it premiered. And after the film, it was the men who came to us and they were like, this film is a baby daddy film. Maybe you should have mixed Baby Mamas and
or maybe that could be a sequel.
That might be the sequel. So it's been great. Even in Lagos last week, we were at the Lights Camera Africa Film Festival. Men came to us and they said, it is a female-centered story, but we play such a pivotal role and you're not trashing us. And that was important for us, because I think, we need to be telling the kind of stories that are aspirational. Even if it's teaching a lesson, there are some nuggets that we drop that are especially for our baby daddies, our fathers, our brothers out there. But of course, it is certainly a film that they will enjoy.
Another theme, co-parenting.
Co-parenting.
It's possible to co-parent and make it about the baby and not about the individuals.
Exactly. So in the movie, my character, Toli, is at that stage where she's like, I love my baby daddy, I'll probably always love him, but we have a great relationship as co-parents. And we show the S.K. Khoza's character as that man that women are just like, oh, he's such a good dad. The scenes with him and his son are beautiful, and that's what we wanted to show. And the relationship between him and his ex is beautiful as well. And although one of them is still hanging on, it is possible. And we want to show that even if they're not in a relationship anymore, there's another party involved. Now there's a kid.
Women who've always wanted to be baby mamas, but you are caught up with the wrong partner. Dineo Ranaka played the heck out of her character. I really, really felt it. Why was it so important to show that aspect as well?
I think it's very important for us as women as well to understand that two people are adding to the drama. It's not one-sided. So with Dineo's character, she's on a journey to let go. She is that character, that, it's almost like a phase we've almost all been through, where you love this bad boy, but he's not good for you. Right? You need to walk away, and if anything, for yourself. So I think it's just beautiful to see the different characters. One just found out she's a baby mama. Dineo is going through the most with her on and off boyfriend, Sizwe. Then there's the Tembisa character, Sandy. And she is the typical baby mama that we know. But, you get to see now the family element,
Her vulnerability
the
as
baby
well,
daddy
yeah.
and her vulnerability, right? She's disappointed. She's had her heart broken. She's hanging on to him, and she's using her child as a tool.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think these are always going to be interesting topics. We've seen it played out in real life. Putting it on screen has just been magical.
And then you fall in love, girl, with the man that treats you so good.
I think as young girls, we all grew up and you have this fantasy of meeting your soulmate.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always happen in the way that you would expect it to happen. And that's what we were doing with my character. It's for the first time in her life, she's at a point where her and baby daddy are in a good place. It's a beautiful family unit when you look at it, and then bam, love. And it's coming from somewhere else.
Right.
And it forces a woman to then look at herself and think, how much am I willing to sacrifice my own happiness for my child? And that's the journey. We wanted to show that as well, because single women are ambitious, beautiful, they're still fashionable, they are good parents. That's important to them. They are sisters, they're still friends, you know. So all of this is happening, and then there's love, there's baby, there's, you know, balancing your career. And we really wanted to show all these little tidbits and see how it plays out.
What has been the biggest lesson for you ladies?
Wow, there's been many, Dudu. But I think one of the main ones is it's such an interesting time for South African film right now. I think we have had probably the most local films in a space of 3 months that we've ever had, ever. And what's most exciting as well is that for the first time we're also seeing black producers, and they're female. What?
Yeah.
So that says to me, we need to persevere. We need to fight to tell our stories, because our stories actually matter. And because we've taken the film to so many different countries, and then yesterday we opened and we were selling out in cinemas, and then people started sending messages. One of the main things was, oh my word, I'm Sandy. Oh my word, I'm Toli. The story is so relatable. I saw myself. And then you realize that there is a space for so many different films to come out of this country. Yes, our political history is important, and it will always be. Those movies matter. But so do comedy dramas, where we just want people to look at themselves, laugh at themselves, hug, cry, go through the full spectrum of emotions, and walk away thinking, oh, wow. One of the tweets we got yesterday was, for the first time ever, I'm so proud to be called a baby mama. And I'm like, done. My job is done.
100%. You mentioned at the beginning of the conversation that it has such a negative connotation. And to see it, you know, being reversed like that, and women can have that title and feel proud. Why should women be shamed for that? It doesn't even make sense. In sort of closing the conversation, what are you guys working on next? What can we look forward to from you guys onwards and upwards?
If Stefina was here, she would say, we just want to survive opening weekend. Of course, there are other projects in the pipeline. We are looking at distribution deals outside of South Africa, but really the main focus is our theatrical release. It's really important for our stories to be supported so that more can be made. You know, this Emerging Black Filmmakers Fund is quite experimental. You know, exhibitors don't always believe that, you know, our audiences will come out to watch these films. So when they put out this slate of films that were made this year, they wanted to see whether people are interested in South African stories. So I think that for me is the main takeout. We need to be deliberate. We were all excited about Black Panther, myself included. And that's why I keep saying, guys, let's Wakanda baby mamas.
Yeah, let's Wakanda baby mamas, because that's also very important. I remember when the film Kalushi came out, there was so much euphoria, but it didn't last that long at cinema because South Africans were not packing cinemas.
Yes.
So this weekend, we implore everybody to go and watch Baby Mamas. Not just this weekend. It's going to have a good and successful run.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. You ladies are the definition of perseverance. You look it up in the dictionary, your faces come up right there. Knowing your journey and seeing where you guys are, one can only be so proud of you. Congratulations once again, and looking forward to more amazing things from you. Thank you, Sal, for joining us this morning in studio. We take a short break. We're back with more after this.